Don't you love it when there's a player that re-signs to their team and hoping to God they don't sign with a rival team in your division? Well, I'm going to go over news on DK Metcalf's new contract. I want to go over the Dallas Cowboys in general with some extra news on maybe the beginning of the season won't be as bright as it looks, and to go over the Philadelphia Eagles and some maneuvering for a trade could happen, and there has been some players that are trying to recruit others. One name that we're definitely going to talk about later in this video. So first of all, with DK Metcalf is a interesting one. Okay, $72 million extension, 3-year deal. Okay, $30 million signing bonus. I mean, just absolutely insane. Makes him the 6th highest paid wide receiver. Okay, just fantastic, man. I'm glad for DK. I think he had $58.2 million guaranteed. Thank God the Cowboys did not sign him, because back a couple months ago, I figured, the Cowboys were going to take a shot at Deebo Samuel. Cowboys were going to take a shot. A lot of rumors were speculating around the Dallas Cowboys and DK Metcalf. I mean, so much news was coming out on it. So I guess they didn't want to pay him, or maybe DK really didn't want to leave. But Drew Lock is your quarterback at the end of the day. So, which a lot of fans think he's going to have a really good year, but I don't know. Was it more the money, or more he just wants to stay with the Seahawks, or just loyalty? Because there's not much loyalty in the NFL when it comes to players, but there's always those few players that want to stay where they are, where they were drafted, and don't want to go anywhere else. It definitely hurt the Cowboys a lot. And I think it comes down to losing Amari Cooper was definitely big for them, but at the same time, you have CeeDee Lamb coming into that number 1 role, being on that number 1 cornerback that's going to follow him around the field. And, and then kind of next on my list when it comes to the wide receivers for the Cowboys, I think is kind of alarming for the beginning of the season. There's already news coming out that, you all know that Michael Gallup is coming off that about the ACL. Okay. I think he's coming off 2 injuries. Okay. The ACL is definitely a big one, and getting paid all that money might not start the first game. I mean, this could go on for a few weeks. They could lose Michael Gallup for a few weeks. Start of the season, and this is quoted from Michael Gallup himself, that he probably won't be ready. And this is where they face Tampa Bay on Sunday Night Football. Just kind of crazy. So I think it's definitely going to hurt them. If not losing Amari Cooper now, you're going to be losing Michael Gallup probably for, maybe if it's only 1 game, it could be 2, could be 3, could be a few games. So you never know if it's only just 1 game coming off this injury. And usually guys that are coming off injuries coming back the same year from taking time off usually doesn't end very well. Usually these guys get injured again, so you never know. I don't wish injury upon nobody, but I'm just explaining the fact that, this could actually hurt them start of the season, which, it gives the Eagles actually a better chance for anything. Not that the Cowboys are the only threat in the NFC East, but definitely of all of what everyone has been talking about, the Eagles and Cowboys are neck to neck, which is definitely big news, but within the division. And lastly, I kind of want to go over a little bit of speculation. You know how I like speculation. I like looking at the drama of things and everything that's going on. Jessie Bates, actually was actually commented on Bradberry's Instagram post, which I thought it was pretty cool. I know people are going to go in the comment section and tell me, oh, this is nothing. And everyone told me AJ Brown was nothing when I was talking about the picture of them working out, and people said it was never going to happen. So please, let's just ponder this and see if it actually happens. We all know that Jessie Bates, the new news that came out a couple days ago, was not showing up to training camp, not signing his franchise tag, and Bradberry is kind of trying to recruit this guy. So you had him say, "Turn it up, bro." Like that's what he said, and it's so freaking cool, dude. Like, imagine if this trade can actually go down. And it looks like from the rumors that happened yesterday, with Jessie Bates not only trying to get an extension, but it looks like he just wants out of Cincinnati altogether. He does not want to be there at all, which kind of surprised. Maybe it is the money. I mean, it's definitely a little bit of both, but the Bengals, are they another Super Bowl contender next year? You never know what could happen, but Bradberry is trying his due diligence and being as hard as possible to get this done. Jessie Bates maybe having some interest to come to Philadelphia, Howie making a trade. Unfortunately, with these picks that we have next year, these 2 first-rounders and the second-rounder, it's going to be really hard to make this trade. And maybe it won't be, because Howie is a trade guru. He's good with numbers, and Jessie Bates is, 25? I mean, and could be our future safety this way when you go into the offseason next season, which I really do think that the cap space is going to be used to actually acquire a safety, because Anthony Harris will be gone. Okay. Jaquiski Tart is on a 1-year deal as well. And Marcus Epps, I think, has 1 more year left. I'm not really sure. Somebody correct me on that. But to have, Jessie Bates come in the building and be our future safety would be fantastic. It would be a bit. This would complete our off season. I don't care if they get this done during training camp, by preseason, at the end of preseason, 2 days before the season starts. I don't care. They have until week 9 of the trade deadline to get this done, and just to see if they can actually get it done. This would be great. And look, I miss having good safeties here. I really do. I'm not saying Marcus Epps was the guy, and I'm not saying that the Eagles aren't comfortable with Marcus Epps. I think they are very comfortable with him. I think they have been I think they've been like, okay, we're good with him. That's why they signed, Jaquiski Tart as well. But at the other end of the stick, they tried going after Marcus Williams. They were almost this close to sign that 5-year, $70 million number. They're very close to it. And really ever since then, they gave it a shot and it just didn't work. So obviously Marcus Williams took more money to go where they already have, Kyle Hamilton there, and that Ravens defense is already set for years to come. So the Eagles didn't really try anything more, and I'm fine with Marcus Epps. Do I think it's one of our weakest positions? Definitely, because I don't like Anthony Harris. I don't really like Kevon Wallace that much because he has done nothing for us. Okay, there's nothing there. Reed Blankenship, the undrafted free agent from Duke. I mean, I can't put too much into him because I just don't feel anything. We're gonna find a superstar behind there. It's just not going to happen. So, what happens when Eagles players, especially Slay and all these guys, are like recruiting. And Bradberry, I don't know if Bradberry and Jessie Bates know each other very well, so I'm not really sure. I don't know if they play together in college. I don't know the background story if they're best friends or they're friends off the field or whatnot. You guys probably know better than I do, but I could say this right now. Okay, Jalen Hurts is the reason why A.J. Brown's in the building. 100%. That trade does not get done without Jalen Hurts. Howie didn't do that without Jalen Hurts, and that's just the bottom line. This right here is a huge need. Jessie Bates could be looking at this team and saying, hey, tell his agent to get something done. I hope they do. Look, whether it's now, we have to make this move next year regardless. They're not drafting a safety next year. Okay, it's not happening. I don't see them paying for a corner. I don't see them paying for a defensive end. I see them going in the draft for a defensive end and a cornerback next year. When it comes to safety, I feel like the money that they're going to put, as well as paying Jalen Hurts, if that's the case, they are going to put money into that safety position. Okay, and for a guy that's, 25 years old right now, very young, and plays at a high level, and you can only add to it and make it better and have some stability with that safety spot, where it would kind of make me feel better, because at the end of the day, like I said, weakness of this team so far is really just safety and punter. I mean, that's really it. That's all I really have right now. So other than that, guys, pretty much it. What do you guys think about the Dallas Cowboys? Are you glad DK Metcalf didn't sign with the Cowboys? Do you think he would have been a huge threat? Do you think the Cowboys would have been a huge threat if DK signed there? And obviously the other news, not having receivers play off ACLs, all that great stuff. Michael Gallup, do you think that it's going to hurt the Cowboys? And how many weeks do you think he will be out? Do you think it'll just be one game? Oh, who knows? He might be healthy. Maybe he'll change his mind. Maybe his rehab is going a lot better than you think. He might be there. But what it sounds like, he's going to be out a few games. And obviously, Bradberry trying to acquire Jessie Bates. And we love when Eagles players start to talk. And, it happened with A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts. They were talking back and forth, and it happened. So maybe this could be the start of something really special to actually really get the safety spot back to the way it was. And it's a good start to get Jessie Bates in a trade. You can get it done. What is it going to cost? I have no idea. Wish I had the answers. Second round pick I would give up. I don't think the Eagles are touching first round picks. They just can't. But I trust Howie and his judgment. Okay, I trust him in his judgment. Other than that, guys, pretty much it. I'll see you guys on the next one. SHAKESQUAD up, follow. So peace out, guys.